property we're going to present to you today, it's a boater's paradise. And it's actually located in Fort Lauderdale, which is considered a boater's paradise. This property has a huge vision. It's definitely going to change the entrance of Fort Lauderdale. It will be a super luxury property where you will be able to park your boat and be in 5 minutes on the Atlantic Ocean. So if you're a boater, this is a property for you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you Pier 66. So in my quest looking for properties, I actually got a client that he was looking for a property where he could park his boat. And I asked my broker, and she actually referred me to a project that hasn't been done yet. We're actually going to present it today, but it's a Boat Dreamers. It's actually located in Fort Lauderdale, which is very well known for or to be a boater's paradise. And now there is this project that it has a huge vision because it's 32 acres, and it's I also it's a mega project, but that's what we're going to be talking about. And Patricia, thank you for having your time here, and this is an amazing project. I would like to know really deep. The people that will live here, of course, has to be boaters, right?
The majority of the people who live here will be boaters, but also we've seen people who just love the amenities on our property too. Because if you know anything about our developer, Tavistock Group, they own 200 restaurants worldwide. Many of them have Michelin star rating, and even the hotel that we own we own the St. Regis in Atlanta, and we also own the Wave Hotel in Lake Nona in Orlando, and it just got a Michelin key. So what you're going to have in this property is an elevated level of service. So we have 12 different restaurants on the property. 7 of them will be fine dining, and they've all been curated by an amazing chef who actually has a Michelin star. And he came in here and worked with all the chefs on the property to design all the foodie experiences that you will experience.
So you guys you already have an experience on what you're creating here. It's a boating club, elevated boating club, where you can just park your boat across your residence, and you have like a valet service for your boat, of course.
You never have to leave here.
And you are 5 minutes away from the Atlantic Ocean.
And 5 minutes away from the airport too.
Okay, so the location is amazing. This used to be like the entrance for boaters where they used to stop before they go to the Bahamas or to the Caribbean.
Exactly.
So a lot of boaters know this part of Fort Lauderdale because they've already been here.
And not only that, it's a super yacht marina. And so if you are a yachter, you do know Pier 66. You have stayed here, you have docked your yacht here, or you still are docking.
So your marina can go up to 400 feet.
We can accommodate a 40-foot to a 400-foot vessel.
So I mentioned that Jeff Bezos had a 417.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, okay. Mr. Bezos, you know, if you want to park your boat, just contact us.
Yes.
Tell me more about the design on the project, because this is already, it was already part of the project was here, which was Pier 66, right. And then you are adding more buildings.
Yes, this is the very first time in history you can own a piece of Pier 66. Now, obviously, you know, the Pier 66 tower that you're familiar with has been gutted and completely remodeled on the interior, but I don't know.
It was destroyed by a hurricane, and it used to...
it didn't get destroyed.
Not destroyed by...
But you know the pier top that everybody loves, the rotating pier top lounge, did stop rotating, but we did bring the engineer in from Europe, and the pier top lounge will rotate again, and it'll be a light bites and cocktail, and it will be open to the public.
So you're bringing the history back again.
Yes, we are, and we've added more hotel suites, so we'll have 325 keys. It will be managed by Coral Tree Hospitality, which is a very boutique management company, so you'll get white glove service at the hotel.
So you have the hotel, but you have also the residence,
Exactly.
which are very well separated from the hotel.
Yes, and we're going to have 2 resort residences right on Mercedes River. There's only 15 units in one building and 16 in the other right behind you. You can see it. And then we're gonna have our two towers, Azul and Indigo, which will be 30 units with only 4 units per floor, and with the signature plunge pool that Tavistock has in their condo buildings. So we'll have Azul and Indigo, 30 units in each.
So very limited inventory.
Exactly, only 91 residents on the property.
You're basically focusing on the borders because your location it's impeccable for borders.
It is.
And that's basically a club that you guys are creating, just a club for borders, and you're adding the residents on the side.
Right, and if you're an owner, I mean, you know this is 32 acres, you can go anywhere on the property. Hotel guests will be limited on where they can go, and there'll be some, obviously, the pier top will be open to the public, and we'll have some beautiful restaurants by the marina.
So you have private restaurant for the owners, and also restaurant from other
Yes,
12 restaurants.
Exactly.
The owners are able to utilize any space
Any part on the property.
of the property, but the guests, they are limited to the spaces.
Yes, exactly.
You have
There's gonna be a 20,000 square foot club area just for our owners, which is an indoor, outdoor dining and little lounges where like a library, a game room where you can hang out. So all different kinds of spots for you to enjoy your experience. And also we're gonna have an 8,000 square foot state-of-the-art fitness facility for the owners only.
so
And a private pool area with cabanas that are first come, first
this is
served.
definitely a transition if you own a home and maybe you want to go to something that has a service. That way you don't have to, having a home is you're very independent, but you also won't have the level of services. You won't have 12 restaurants created by
Right,
a Michelin
right.
chef. So it definitely, I see it's like the evolution of the harbor houses that they call harbor houses, which are the estates where you can accommodate your boat. Because here you have the service for your
Right.
boat and for yourself, so you don't have
Well,
to leave.
for a lot of our clientele, they are yachters and this is their third or fourth home. So they're here for 4 months out of the year, the best times of the year. And they want to be able to dock their yacht and enjoy their time while they're here.
This is
So you can lock up and go
very
here.
well known to be like a stop when you're traveling in the winter.
Right.
So
And I mean, in Azul and Indigo, you have just under 3,000 square feet under air and then close to 1,000 square foot balcony in Azul and over 1,000 square foot balcony in Indigo with your own private plunge pool. So they're very, boutique, only 4 units per floor and very exclusive and private. And so you still are feeling like you're living in a home, even though you're in a home that's floating in the air, and you can go downstairs and you have the world at your fingertips.
and you can just take your boat and be
Yes.
on the Atlantic Ocean in 5
Exactly.
minutes.
Exactly.
Thank you. This is a very interesting project. I think if you're a boater and you like a really high-end life, you should approach us and ask questions about this project, because this is definitely it will change. I will say the entrance of Fort Lauderdale. Like
Exactly.
the entrance of Fort Lauderdale won't be the same after this project is done, and it will be finished this
This
year.
year, October of this year. So by boat show this year, we expect
gonna
our
be ready.
hotel to be open, everybody to be moved in. Yes.
I'm pretty sure it will change the entrance of Fort Lauderdale, because you also are adding a lot of services. And you were telling me about the Pelican restaurant, which is
Yes.
just in the corner, which was an iconic place for boaters too.
And it still will be back. It'll still be a little, dive bar. You can stop in there. There'll be a dive shop where you can fill up your oxygen tanks, but you also can grab some snacks and some drinks before you head out on your day of boating.
So all the services that a boat is required, Fort Lauderdale is able to supply any kind of services for boaters. It's incredible. This city is very well designed for boaters, and it's actually an industry, the second largest industry in Fort Lauderdale. And anything that you will need, from repairs, customization, or prevention, or whatever you need, this city can provide that. It's
Well, it's the
basically
Venice of America, they say, right?
It's the Venice of America. It's the yacht capital of the world.
Yes.
You cannot think a place more prepared for boaters than Fort Lauderdale.
And if you want to buy it here, we only have 91 residents, starting at 3.5 million, going up to 15.5 million for our combined penthouse. And we're getting close to being over 60% sold out of the property. So
You also, you mentioned that they own the property. They don't have a loan.
yes, this is Tavistock Group is a private investor. So they started building a year prior to even opening the sales center. This project was going to happen no matter what.
And
We're on track
they're
for
already far
completion.
away. So you're finishing this year. I mean,
We
I wasn't expecting.
We have 900 construction workers on site every single day. I think even more than 900 workers on site right now
To make the timeline.
to make it happen.
Wow, it's incredible.
The first closings are happening June, beginning of June.
That's
not
the
even a
things,
month away.
those are the things that it changed when the people behind the project are truly visionaries, and they
Yes.
also have maybe the money. to
Well, that's
push
the
it.
thing you have to remember. Anybody who's a boater probably has been to Albany, and if you know Albany, this is a small version of Albany because Tavistock
This will be
Group
an extension.
owns Albany in the Bahamas, and it's the same style with the little, with the condo towers that are each designed in their own unique way, with their own individual punch pools. It's something really
So you're just doing
spectacular.
an extension of something they already
They know
Oh.
very well, and even the restaurants, like I told you, they own 200 restaurants worldwide, and many of them have Michelin star ratings, so they know what they're doing when they're creating an experience.
So this project definitely would change for Lauderdale, and I'm pleased to have this presentation because I seen the decorations and the finishing and all the really set a tone, high standards. It's an impressive project. I'll be super happy to come back when you guys are finished and see the final product because I think it's amazing.
You're right, you're changing the footprint of Fort Lauderdale, so.
So thank you very much for your time. And this is a project that if you really like to be on the high end side of the Boaters Club, you have to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.